Hello there, Libra. Welcome back to Misfits of the Zodiac. My name is Ace. I am doing a mid-monthly for Spooky October for you guys. The intention behind this is that these are messages from your guides slash ancestors. I chose one card for your current energy, one card for your recent past, one card for your current energy, and 4 came out for your near future. And you also got 3 oracle cards that came out. Let's get into it. So your first card is strength, okay? I feel like in your recent past, you've needed to be strong about something, but you also found a balance of your ego and the self. And I felt like you felt really good about where you were at. And I feel like it could potentially be in some sort of group dynamic, whether it's at work or at home. In your present energy, you have the 5 of Wands, which tells me that again, in this group dynamic, everyone kind of knows where their place is. I think of it as the aces in their places, right? Everyone knows what they bring to the table. And you could potentially be kind of a leader in this group. I feel like it's really important to balance, again, keep this like strength vibe of like being strong by staying balanced and not letting your ego kind of take over, because in the near future you have an interesting story kind of plays out. So you have the 5 of Swords, the Death card, the Death card in reverse, the 3 of Wands in reverse, and the 6 of Cups in reverse. So this plays out to me like if you're not careful, although this group looks at you as a leader and looks at you as someone who's very balanced and very like a good mentor, if you're not careful, you might end up allowing your ego to kind of take over a little bit because you're feeling a little bit, maybe a little too confident, and it's turning some people off a little bit. I feel like this is a precautionary tale for a reason, because it doesn't have to play out like this, but just being mindful this month towards the end of the month of like, if you're stepping on other people's toes is going to be really beneficial, because when you have the Death in reverse, that tells me that there's something that needs to be let go, and you're realizing you need to maybe let go of a little bit of that ego, but you're reluctant to do so because maybe there's some sort of like power dynamic that you're feeling like you're supposed to be that way, and you know better than that. You know that you don't have to be that. You can lead through sovereignty. You can lead by like having this balance, right? And you had it. You know what you're doing. So try to go more into that energy. The 3 of Wands tells me there was an opportunity, or could be an opportunity that's missed. And the 6 of Cups is that you're not receiving help from others. They might abandon the project altogether, or the opportunity to work altogether, because they feel like they're not being heard or seen because you might be speaking over them. This also might not be you. This could be another person that is coming in and they're kind of being overbearing, and as a result, if there's not more of a balance of ego and of making sure everyone kind of has their place, it could create a lot of problems in the near future if you guys aren't careful. So keeping an eye on it and making sure no one is overstepping their bounds, right? No one is like, I work in the television industry, right? So we have, a camera operator, and then we have a script supervisor, and then we have, background and acting. If anyone needs to do any one thing, but someone kind of comes in and does their job in that moment, if, a camera op starts trying to tell a background actor what they need to be doing in that moment, it just it doesn't work well, and it makes you not want to work with them. And vice versa, if you're a background performer and you're telling a camera operation what shot they should be getting, you're stepping out of line, okay? And that's the vibe that I get from these cards. Again, this could be at home, this could be in business. So just be mindful of it. If it is you, just make sure that your ego is in check, because it could be a turnoff to coworkers if they feel like they can't work with you because you step over your bounds. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Your 3 cards that you have are divination, the wolf, and transformation. This kind of tells its own story. I feel like with divination, this is, you know what you need to do? Use your instinct, okay? This tells me you have inner wisdom and inner guidance, so make sure that you're checking in with that. The same kind of goes for this wolf energy, because the wolf is very much of follow your instinct kind of a card, but it can also mean that you are being too much of a lone wolf. Maybe the problem is that either you or someone in this group is trying to do everything themselves, and it's actually creating problems, because then nobody feels like they have a job. They just feel like they're kind of, almost like they're not needed, and so they step away, and then you realize, oh crap, I'm doing everything by myself, and then you get overwhelmed, and then the project doesn't have the best energy or intention. Okay, so be mindful of that, like lone wolf kind of a vibe. And then the last card is transformation. I feel like there could be a major transformation coming up in this group, where everyone feels noticed, everyone feels validated, everyone feels like they're contributing to something, as long as no one is stepping on anyone else's toes. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I hope that this helped. This was a very interesting reading. I think it could be very beneficial to you as a group or as a team, whether it's at home or in work. I hope you have a wonderful Halloween, and I will see you next month for your monthly reading. Bye, guys.